Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Nolan here, and welcome back to another episode of Xurs Predictions. I took a pretty long break, huh? I just like pretty much everything else in the channel, I suppose, in the streams. But do you see it coming back? I think some of you guys did. But anyways, let's get right into it. In case you don't know, Xurs Predictions is when I try to predict Xurs inventory for tomorrow. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't. And you guys can also leave your predictions in the comments below. And if you're right, you'll get to be featured in the next episode of Xurs Predictions. But without further ado, let's get started with today's predictions. Alright, so today we're going to be starting today's predictions off with the Hunter. And I predict this week's server wing for the Hunters, the Young Hamkar Spine, the Exotic Gauntlets. The Spine's exotic perk is Field Trip. Increase Trip Mine Grenade duration and gain an additional Trip Mine. And I just love this. This is one of my favorite things to use for the Crucible whenever I'm running the Gunslinger. Because I just love Trip Mines. And these gauntlets just make them a lot better, being able to last 3 times as long and also having 2. Overall, Trip Mines are great as long as you know where to position them. They could be very deadly. So I definitely recommend that you guys pick up the Young Hamkar Spine if Xurs does bring it. Alright, so now moving on to the Warlocks. And I predict this week's server wing for the Warlocks, the Apotheosis Bell, the Exotic Helmet. The Bell's exotic perk is Private Reserves. Immediately regenerate health, melee, and grenade energy upon activating your super. So you activate your super and you get everything back. Your health, your melee, your grenade. But that's basically all it does. It's a pretty meh exotic, not the best Warlock exotic. The only reason that I'm suggesting that Xurs will actually bring it this week is because it hasn't been brought by Xurs in a pretty long time. So I think it's time for Xurs to actually bring the Apotheosis Bell. But I wouldn't really recommend it. I just think that it's about time that Xurs brings it. Alright, so now moving on to the Titans, the Great Titans. I believe Xurs this week will bring for the Titans the Tyconaut, the Exotic Helmet. The Tycon's exotic perk is Air Traffic Control. All rockets will gain tracking, radar will be invisible with heavy weapons, and heavy ammo drops more often. So, this helmet's pretty okay, especially if you have a rocket doesn't have tracking, but everything else is pretty good about the rocket, like Payton's Vengeance. I've been wanting to get this helmet for a while now, but I just can't seem to get it. I just didn't buy it for some reason. The other times that Xurs brought it in the past, because I'm stupid I guess, and that's just what just happened. I just forgot to buy it, and now it's one of the few exotics that I'm actually missing. I think it might be the only exotic now that I'm missing actually. But anyways, the Tyconaut is pretty okay thanks to the rocket launchers gaining tracking and also the heavy ammo dropping more often. Alright, so now moving on to Elasting, the weapon. And I predict Xurs this week will bring the last word. Oh yes, the exotic hand cannon. The last word's exotic perk is Last Word. Improves stability and target acquisition when firing from the hip. And what can I say about the last word? The last word is still a close range monster. It will still destroy you close range. And while it's nowhere near as good as it used to be, you know, being able to 2-tap people at some pretty outrageous ranges, it's still pretty good as long as you stick to close range. So I definitely still recommend that you guys use the last word to have a bit of fun. But anyways, with that, those are all the predictions that we have for today. As always, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Remember to leave your predictions in the comments below for a chance to be featured in next week's episode. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.